What's up, class? My name is Jake Stainer, and today I'll be talking to you about one of the biggest problems in the modern world today, climate change. So, what I wrote about in my argument essay was solar panels, and I just wanted to start this outside just to show you, come on, guys, it's beautiful out here. You can't just let climate change destroy this. So, I hope you all listen to this. I'm gonna get inside, explain further what we're talking about, and yeah, I'll catch you. Man, it is just beautiful outside, and we need to keep it like that. So please listen to this video to my idea. So what this part of the video is going to be about is just explaining what climate change and solar energy and all that stuff, in case you don't know what it is. But if you do know, hope you still stick around, because this could be important information. So what is climate change? Quickly go over it. It's just the significant and long-term shifts in global or regional climate patterns that are primarily driven by us. Like, we are the primary drivers of climate change, as we emit greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane into the atmosphere. And what this does, like what the climate change produces into the environment in the world, is rising temperatures, changes in precipitation patterns, rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and disruption of ecosystems, which is obviously not good. And it's just, we don't want to see that. We want a great, clean, healthy environment and world. And my idea that I wrote about in the argument essay is actually solar energy, such as solar panels and wind turbines. So what solar energy is the radiant energy that is emitted from the sun, which can be harnessed into usable forms of power. And these forms of power help light up houses, help light up buildings. I'll show you an example of a house in my neighborhood that I saw that had solar panels on it, so you can get a general idea, because you've probably seen them before, but you might have not known the name. So it is a renewable and sustainable source of energy that has the potential to help mitigate climate change and reduce dependence on fossil fuels. So this was just a quick summary. I'm gonna go over it more later on, and I'm about to go show you what the solar panels look like on a house. So hope you enjoy. So yeah, that was just an example of what a house would look like with solar energy on it, such as solar panels. And for this segment, I'll be talking about two main facts, or two fun facts, if you want to go that way. And these two fun facts are, starting with, solar energy can be harnessed through various technologies, but the two primary ones are solar photovoltaic systems, which are actually just your typical solar panels, which convert sunlight into electricity. But there's also solar thermal systems, which convert sunlight into heat, and these purposes are used for heating water or industrial processes like steam generation. And the second fun fact is, as technology advances, the costs continue to decrease, which is big, because that's a big argument that most people make for why they don't get solar energy. It's because it's too expensive. So this is making it more accessible and widespread, which is big for an environment, because as we continue to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and help mitigate climate change, we're just creating a better and healthier environment. So yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys in a bit. I'm about to go eat, so yeah, I'll see you in a sec. Man, Chick-fil-A never gets old. Alright, I just got back to my dorm, so I'm gonna chill for a bit, turn on the TV, let's see what's popping. Breaking news. Oh, this is perfect. Y'all gotta see this. It's talking about solar energy. Alright, hold on, let me set this up for you. Welcome to Channel 5 News. I'm your host, Bill, and in breaking news today, in a groundbreaking study, researchers have found that returning solar production back to the United States can reduce up to 30% of emissions. Yep, you heard it here first. 30%. Just like Steph Curry, we know he does it. In other news, South Korea has decided to come out with a mandate requiring zero energy buildings, which uses solar energy. This just means the popularity and widespread accessibility of solar energy is not just in the United States, but has started becoming worldwide as we fight off against climate change. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, Bill. This is Channel 5 News, signing out. All right, let me set this back up for y'all. Man, that Bill guy's handsome, and he knows what he's talking about. 2 for 1 right there. But that's got me thinking. That was some pretty big news, and I'm trying to see what you guys know about this and what your guys' opinions are on this. So I'm gonna call my management team right now, let them whip up a survey. So give me 1 sec. Yo, John, you think you could whip up a survey for me for my classmates, friends, and family about solar energy? Yep, you know it. All right, sweet. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna catch you. All right, while he's doing that, I'm gonna head down to the Bob Carpenter Stadium, see what my boy Zion's got to think about this. All right, give me 1 sec.
Run if you love solar energy. Look at that. Zion loves solar energy.
Man, you just gotta love a man that runs for solar energy and loves it, right? Am I right, guys? Good for Zion for loving it. Oh, I'm getting a call. That's my manager. Yo, John, what's up? The results are in? All right, perfect. Let me go over them. All right, guys, I'm gonna put them up. I'm gonna talk about them right now. All right, see you, John. So for the first part of this survey, I asked 2 questions, and they were, do you know what solar energy is, and do you possess any sort of solar energy or know anyone that does? They kind of correlate off each other, so I'll put it together. We got 29 total responses for these, and for the first question, we got 58.6% say kind of, not 100%, and 17.2% say no, and the rest say yes. It's a little concerning that many people don't really understand the concept or don't know what solar energy is, but I hope this video is able to help people understand it more, because solar energy could be very vital in the fighting off against climate change. And for the second question, this is more what I expected, because solar panels aren't really that popular yet, but we are hoping that they continue to rise in popularity. So for the second part of the survey, I asked, how familiar are you with the environmental benefits of solar energy in mitigating climate change? This is kind of what I expected. I don't really expect people to know too much about it, because I, for one, before I did this project, didn't know anything, how it could help mitigate climate change. So we got a whopping 41.4% kind of know it, and 34.5% I don't know anything about it. It's good that we got a solid 20.7% know the basics / good is a positive sign, because that will show people are interested in solar energy and how it can fight off climate change. And then for the second part, do you believe the initial cost of installing solar panels outweighs the long-term savings and energy bills of environmental benefits? This is a big one, because this is one of the arguments against solar panels, and 44.8% of you guys said not sure, which makes sense, because I'm not too entirely sure either, but I do believe it will. And 24.1% yes, and 31% said no. I'm a little surprised that 31% said no. I feel like that's a big number, but I can understand where you're coming from, because most people think solar panels are expensive now, even though they have gone down in price. And for the last part, I asked these 2 questions. What would encourage you to consider adopting solar energy in the future? The 3 options I gave is if it's cheaper, advertising, and free trial. I also gave an other, but no one answered that. So the biggest one was 44.8% with a free trial, which I feel like is a little unrealistic, but it could happen, but it won't be a big portion size. And 37.9% said if it's cheaper, which is good, because that is what's going on right now, as I've continually said in this video, that it is becoming cheaper. And 17.2% said advertising, which I guess can make sense, as we are all consumed to advertising. That's how we find most of our things. So I am pleasantly surprised with the results. And the last question I asked was, do you think widespread adoption of solar energy could have broader benefits for communities and society as a whole? We got a 55.2% yes and 37.9% maybe. This is very good. It seems the majority do believe that solar energy can have good benefits for communities and society, as very little said no, which is very promising, and you can only just look good upon this. I'd hope for more yes, but I can understand where the maybes come from, because not many people do know about solar energy. So I'm glad with the results I got. They do help a lot. And yeah, those were the only 6 questions I asked, and thank you for answering, whoever did. So yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you learned a lot from this. I know for myself that I did learn a lot from this, and I definitely do see that solar energy could be a big vital part into fighting off climate change. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Have a great summer, and yeah, thank you. Take care.
If I make this, you gotta give me an ad.